what's the right sight for me when they're shopping. They look at, a 1 pin, a 2 pin, a 3 pin. They're all kind of in the same zone of where someone's shopping, and trying to decide which one is the best for you. It's obviously it's to each person, the individual might desire one over the other, or maybe they grew up shooting a single pin, so that's a little more familiar to them. But if you're not really dead set on any particular version and you're wanting to experiment around, one thing you can keep in mind is with a 1 pin, that's typically your competition shooter guy who's just shooting 20 yards indoors. Typically, even if he's outdoors, being able to dial the exact specific distance that he's shooting in that moment, that's going to be what's probably desirable. A 2 pin is someone that's doing some competition shooting, but also wants to use that same setup for hunting. And having that secondary pin on there allows them, to gap shoot. So if you're at full draw and animals moving out a little farther from you, you still have a secondary reference to make that shot. And then a triple stack is someone who likes all the field of view of a single pin or a double pin, but they want them all in a vertical line so that you still have that great field of view, but you're also going to be in a lot of hunting concepts where, you might be shooting at something anywhere between, 20 to 40 yards, or maybe you set up your top pin as 30 and then you run 40 and 50 on your second and third one, so that in a shot scenario, you can be at full draw and have a multitude of aiming references all the way up to 50 yards, no matter where that animal's moving in and out on you. Sometimes elk hunters like to have multiple pins. When you're bugling and running gunning in the woods, having something that's, you might draw back when the elk's out there at 55 yards. He runs in all the way to 20, bolts back out to 40 yards, and that's where your shot's at. Having fixed pins in position, ready to rock, is always an advantage when you're doing that type of hunting. So those guys might tend to lean towards a triple stack. But whether you're looking at a 1 pin or a 2 pin or a 3 pin, all three of them give a great field of view. It's just a matter of your application. If you're doing a lot of spot and stock, less pins, not such a big deal. If you're doing a lot of run and gunning where you got to be on the fly and ready for multiple distances and at any moment's notice, typically more pins is better. So hopefully that helps you pick out what particular sight head would be best for you.